Hello everyone, my name of course is Resonant, and welcome back to a very special video. Now, why is this a special video? And for me, this is a special video since this is the first time I'll be covering this game on the channel, and I always like to have a really cool introduction for new games that I'm covering on the channel. But, might add, this game is not out yet. This just got me really excited, so I thought I need to do some analysis of this game and try and promote it to you guys, because I'm sure a lot of you might not even know about it, and I'm very excited about this game. This is a game made by Anvil Game Studios, and it's called Holdfast, Nations at War. Now, you may be thinking, Resonant, this is a Mount and Blade channel, or something like that. I don't really know what this channel's supposed to be, just roll with it. So why are you doing this game? Now, you will see from this video that I'm doing that this game looks absolutely insane, and you'll understand the connection between Mount and Blade here. So, in this first video, what we're going to do is we're going to do an initial reaction to, and analysis. I'm going to do a bit of an analysis breakdown as well, of the trailer. Now, you can remember way back when Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord released their Siege gameplay trailer. I didn't want to do a full reaction to the whole thing since, you know, copyright reasons and stuff, and I want to give them as much credit as possible. But I got in contact with the developers, we were talking a bit, and they did say I could use any of their footage and any of their stuff in my videos. So I'm going to do a reaction to the whole trailer and some analysis and breakdowns of it, so you guys can see basically what is going on. And I am very proud to present Holdfast, Nations at War. So let's just make sure the volume's nice and down. This will be a live analysis, so you know you can see my mouse here. You can see everything that I'm going to be pointing at, just so it's easier for you guys. But I have made a few notes of stuff that I'm going to point out since I have watched through it once, hence why I know about this game. So let's get into it. But start off, the first thing you can see is the graphics. So as we can see straight off the bat, this looks absolutely insane. The graphics that have been put into this game, the work, the detail on such things like the sails, you can see the lining down the edges. You can also see the boats and the ships and just all the small details that have been put into it, even on the ropes and things like that. Now, if I go back a tiny bit and we play it, you can see the water effects look very nice and realistic. The rippling on the water, and of course the boat making a wake through it. You also are shown here different positions on the ships. So many of you know that this is actually going to be a multiplayer game. What we don't know so far is if there are going to be bots in there as well alongside the players, or it's just going to be full-on players. And this is going to be really interesting to see. You'll see why later on in this video, as you'll see different maneuvers and positions and orders that you'd give to people. So it looks like there could be some sort of bot system in here as well, or it could just be players playing very well together, like the Napoleonic Wars DLC for Mount and Blade 2 Warband. Mount and Blade 2 Warband? Mount and Blade Warband. And I'm sorry if it will annoy you, but I will be comparing it a bit to the NW DLC, since that is what I've been playing for a long time. That's the main Napoleonic Wars game that I've been playing for a long time, and I think this is very much like it in many ways. But from this first shot, this gives an amazing opening shot from the perspective of the audience. Seeing a nice looking game always attracts people. Now, first off, if I reverse a tiny bit, just have a look at the scenery here. We have the hills in the background, we have these nice trees, we even have some little butterflies here, and there's a bee's nest there, which is quite interesting. Is there going to be some wildlife in this? That's going to be very interesting to see. Now, something that I thought was very nice to see was there's a guy on the floor here. I don't know if you can quite see that. Maybe it's a bit clearer if I reverse a bit. You can see a man lying dead on the floor in this French uniform, and might I add, these uniforms look absolutely insane. But like I said, there's a guy lying on the floor here, and this dude here, what I presume is a medic trying to help him. Now, in my other videos, I'll go more in depth into the mechanics of the game, the different units you can play as the game, and more information of the game. But for now, this is just my first impressions, sort of, in quotation marks. So I presume this is some sort of medic class here, helping up this guy. Now, what this also shows is the detail that they put into the flags. Just look at that flag. I like picking out the smallest details, but having like an ensign character with such a detailed flag, it just really helps immerse the player in the game. Also, this scene we have here shows the different types of troops we're going to be getting. So here is what I presume are some line infantry. We also have, I think these are Voltigeurs. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but if they're not specifically the Voltigeur class, there will be some other skirmishers, and we have some skirmishers on the rocks as well. So it's good for showing the different types of infantry we have. And if I play a bit further on, you will see that we also have some other skirmisher units here, and we have a dude around here. But the scenery looks absolutely insane. The detail on the grass, detail on the trees, and it's going to make for some really atmospheric gameplay, I think. And we also have some more lines pushing up here. Now, one thing I might add is these skirmishers here, they are running to battle. The line are walking. Now, is this going to be something that we're going to see quite a lot in this game? Is it going to have the buffs that you would expect, or is it going to have different perks for different units? For example, we have the light infantry, which of course are more accurate in general, but will they be able to run faster? Will line be limited to walking in a line once they're in attack position? That'll be really interesting to see, and I guess we're going to have to wait and find out more information about that, but that's just an assumption so far. And of course we have the sunlight coming through the trees. But let's move on. So now we have a picture of the interior of the ships. Now you have the different custom player models. These models, they're all completely different. I've not seen one that looks very similar, and if we go back to these ones, if we can get some close-ups of their faces, they're all different. Like, we've got a chubby guy with sideburns here. We've got a dude with sideburns, but he's a bit skinnier. We got, looks like a sort of ginger guy. But they're all really different. None of them look exactly the same as each other, and that really helps with the immersion of the game. And what we can see in this scene here is we've got a guy carrying a cannonball. We've got a guy down, I presume, either looking out or trying to get ammunition. We've also got a man here walking about, and we've got some infantry, and that looks like to be the same sort of class that we saw before when they were lying on the floor helping that dead guy. So is that, yeah, that looks almost identical. So is this some sort of medic class that we will be seeing? Now, of course, we do have these lifeboats here. Is that just going to be a prop, or are we going to be able to use them? Of course, that will be very cool if we're able to use things, small things sort of that. And talking about props, we have rigging here. Will you be able to climb the rigging? If we go back to the first few pictures, and we'll see them later on, you can see men in the crow's nest. So it probably will be possible to get up there somehow. But will it be climbing the rigging or not? I'm really interested to see that. Now, if we go forward just a little bit, what we have here is we have a water pump. Now, that was just a small thing I noticed, but it kind of sparks off a lot of interest, since what a water pump means is that there might be a chance of you getting water on your boat, so you're going to have to pump it out. Is there going to be ships sinking all around you? Or will you be able to salvage your ship once it's been hit? Or once it starts sinking, is that you gone for good? I know that's just a small little thing, and it might just be a prop there for the aesthetics, but it's something to keep in mind. If they're adding in something as cool as like a water pump, maybe that will mean that you are able to, you know, save your ship once it started going down. But that's just a small idea from me. And as we go around, we can see people loading the cannons, and we can see this looks to be sort of an engineer class. He's got an apron, he looks like he's got an axe or a hammer. So he's going to probably be repairing the ship. So having ship repairs is going to be very nice. And this also really spotlights the roles that you're going to have in this game. You're going to have such as an engineer class, what we think is a medic class. We're going to have cannon loaders, cannon firers, and if we go, we can have the ship steerer. We're going to have the captain over here, and if we reverse ever so slightly, we'll also see some Marines, British Marines, standing guard on the ships. So let's go forward. Now, this shot looks very nice. See them firing the cannons. The effects are very cool, and that was very quick. You may have missed it. We have destruction in this game, which is absolutely insane. The ragdolls look very, very funny. And from what it also looks like, you can destroy the enemy's artillery or cannons. So a cannonball has just hit that, so that means this cannon is going to be unworkable, really. And of course we have the pumps. We've got the ragdolls of people flying about. We've got a guy that looks like he's been crushed by a beam, which is quite interesting. And if we have a look down here, we see the ammunition. We've got some round shot. We've got some different round shot, maybe. I'm not quite sure what that could be, but we've also got some shrapnel shot in there as well. Some sort of grape shot, which is very nice to see. But this shows we do have some really nice destruction. Now, going back to this one, this is a bit later on in that scene we saw before, and they are now in a firefight. And if we see there on the left, this guy gets hit by a bullet, and you can see the animations as he goes down. The ragdoll effects that have been added in are very impressive, I think, and the smoke effects look very nice as well. Now, this scene is absolutely insane. We have the British forces and the French forces going at it. We've got blood effects over here. We've got line infantry firing. We've got the French charging in. And the French are just absolutely getting hammered by the infantry. Now, one thing I would note is, remember when I said this looks a little bit like Mount and Blade Warband, the Napoleonic Wars DLC? And one of the big reasons for this is the melee combat. From what we can see, we've got a guy charging in with his gun, his bayonet down below, and we've got a guy with it up above. Now, as you know, in Mount and Blade, you have the up, the down, the side, and the side attacks, but with muskets, you only have up and down. And this could be a similar thing that we see in here. We also have some reloading animations, and I've just spotted someone get hit by, I think, what looks to be a mortar shell over here, which was quite interesting. Now, like I said before, we have the guys in the crow's nest, so there will be a possible way to get up here. And we have some nighttime shots of ships going at it. Are we going to have a massive naval warfare? Along with the land and naval warfare, it looks like we're going to have some siege warfare as well. We have some mortars here, some cannons, dead bodies are littered absolutely everywhere. And we've got some of these really nice bastion type things where you can get inside, which is very authentic. And the moss on the rocks, I've literally just noticed, it looks really, really nice. It looks like we're going to have some beach landings here with aircraft then. Ships, little landing boats coming in, and they are actually being battered by artillery. You can see a shot going in there. And they have their main ship back there, which is going to be really interesting to see. So as we can see, a ship just got absolutely battered there by artillery, and this is a very nice shot. It really shows the destruction we're going to have. A bit like Mount and Blade Napoleonic Wars, we're going to have destruction on the walls where you can breach and get up. We have some, I think these are Austrian soldiers guarding it. Please don't hold me on that one, either Austrian or Prussian. I'm not too great on Napoleonic Wars stuff. But we also have some of these called defences around here. And some more artillery. And of course we've got... it looks like they're trying to get this guy in every single shot. We've got another medic class crouching down behind him. So it looks like they're trying to get a medic guy in every single shot. At least I hope this is a medic. Next video I will know for definite if this is a medic, because I'll do some more research. And I'll do a more of a review sort of informational video about the game. As I said before, this is more of just a first impressions reaction analysis to the trailer. So, of course, we also have a very battered down tree, so it looks like the destruction is not just man-made things, but also natural products as well. And we have the men charging up. Napoleonic warfare on multiple fronts, which does confirm that we're going to have naval siege and land battles all together, which is going to be very cool. Now, we have soldiers charging in here. They've set up defences behind these walls, charging the British line over here, which is very nice to see these French soldiers going in, trying their best to take out the British. And this, what looks like a sort of La Haye-Saint map, but then again, it actually doesn't really look like it. But yeah, for example, you know, we're going to have sort of these little towns that you can defend, which is going to be really interesting. But it does look like it expands out over there, so it looks like we're going to have some massive maps. I know it's not going to be open world, but we're going to have some really massive maps to play with and things like this. And the detail with the moss on here and the ivy growing down the buildings and just the brickwork in general. Will we be able to get inside it? Look, the door's open. I think we can get inside there. We can shoot out, defend certain points, and that's going to be really cool to see. Now, of course, we have ship boarding, which is going to be absolutely insane. You're going to be able to fire your cannons at the enemy, make a breach in their ship, and then run up and board them. That is going to be really cool to see. And, of course, we have a little show of the sword melee combat. And this is why I think it looks a lot like Mount and Blade Warband. Just the animation here as he comes down to chop, and there is an upward block up there, which of course we know we have the 4-directional combat in Mount and Blade Warband. But we also have these guys using their muskets here, shooting people, and if we just watch this, is this another medic? God damn it. God damn it, Anvil Studios using your medics in every shot. This medic just gets he gets absolutely battered by this musket. So it really shows the power behind these muskets. He just goes absolutely flying. Oh, was that a musket or was that a pistol? That was just a flintlock pistol. So that I can't imagine what a musket can do to a guy if a pistol can make someone fly back that far. But that is the end of the trailer. There'll be a link in the description if you guys want to go and watch the whole thing without interruptions on your own. But that is my initial analysis of this trailer. This is Holdfast Nations at War. And I really want to see your comments down below. Are you really excited for this game? Do you want to know more information about it? I will have another video coming out very soon on more in-depth analysis and information on the game in general, not just the trailer. So if you're looking forward to that, remember to leave a like on the video. You know what to do if you didn't enjoy this one. But subscribe to the channel for more content on this sort of stuff. And I'm very, very excited for this game. And I really hope you guys are as well. But until then, guys, I will see you in the next one.